I'm gonna grab a water real quick.
Yeah, sounds good. So he goes and grabs the water and I start streaming. Oh, that's fun. Alright, here we go.
I'm gonna grab a water real quick. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to be like so quick, so ready. I was like, alright, I got plenty of time to go to the store, clean up a little bit, and then next thing I know, there's like 4 missed calls from you. Oh shit.
Yeah, I wasn't working out. I was just at the gym trying to negotiate a fee. They wanted $55 a month.
Jesus.
I was like, no thanks, I'm out.
Is anytime?
Anytime, yeah. That's the one here. The one near my work, the Anytime Fitness, said first month is $1, then you get 2 months free, and then it's $39 a month.
Yeah, I was thinking it's about 35 where I live.
Yeah, that's what I that's what I thought. It was like 35, maybe 40 if I'm pushing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
it's a little insane.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're a new gym, so they're just trying to get as much as they can from people at the moment. And I try to negotiate with them, and they're like, no.
No, not having it.
Yeah, I was like trying all the negotiation tactics, and she just like sat there blank faced me, like poker hand. I'm like, oh well. I'm just gonna go to the other gym and see if they still have their offer, and if not, I'll go back to LA Fitness, I guess.
Do they have a Planet Fitness around you? Even up in Canada?
Planet Fitness? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, cause that's...
Alright, I still have the offer on sale for that other Anytime Fitness place, so... I go down
they're $10 a month.
I don't think we have Planet Fitness. Alright, let's actually do the show, because we're actually live streaming this part.
Okay, my bad. Alright.
A thing with me that you'll come to realize is that I like to do some pre-show banter with just like real life stuff.
Oh no, I've definitely noticed that, like with like listening to your podcast, like, which is cool. I like that because it's not like
you just get to know the people that you listen to. Right?
Yeah, you get like kind of like a background on people and kind of hear what's going on with their lives and how their day's going. So
yeah. So hello everyone, welcome to Voices of the Vanguard, the official podcast of Spark of the Vanguard. Today I have with me Sully from Sully Games. Say hello, Sully.
Hello everyone.
So today, TWAB's not up yet, which I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it's going to be a very big TWAB and we're going to miss it. But we do have the trailer, and we can talk a little bit about the Vidoc if you remember anything from that, because we actually missed it last week. So, yeah, what do you want to start with?
Let's go with the Vidoc.
Alright.
We'll go with that.
So, I'm going to let you lead the Vidoc since I don't really remember a whole lot.
You're going to make me lead?
I have a bad memory. I just looked at the Vidoc like 2 minutes ago, and I can't remember anything.
I watched it last week, so...
I just remember that they said that they have like a 5-year plan for Destiny 2. So
yeah,
and you see like that whiteboard with all those different seasons laid out.
I don't know if you remember like when Destiny like first launched.
They said it was going to be a 10-year plan.
Like a 10-year plan.
Yeah. And it's been 5 years, right?
It's been 5 years. I still feel like it's going to go longer than 10 years because originally.
Yeah.
The 10-year plan, it wasn't necessarily a 10-year Destiny plan, it was a 10-year contract with Activision at that time. So so maybe Destiny's actually gonna last only 10 years. I would be surprised just because I mean Bungie being independent now kind of needs that money making game, so but yeah. Oh my goodness.
Is your cat okay? Or are you okay?
He just hopped up here.
I didn't see a cattail walk around right on by.
Really?
Yeah.
Um, only Hayward. But yeah, let me pull it up real quick. I guess I won't have audio. Yeah, so I mean, they did talk about like their next 5 years, and like they kind of did talk about, dude. All right, I need to get you out of here. Hold up 1 second.
Don't worry, I podcast with Justin. He has like 5 cats.
So I mean, he'd be okay if he was just chilling like behind my bed and whatnot, but like
He wants some
being up on my
cuddles.
desk, he has been wanting a lot of attention, but. We just recently moved to this new place, and the place prior to that, there were 2 other cats from our 2 other roommates. So like he always had like a cat to play with, or like people were always around him. And now
Yeah.
he has nothing. Like 'cause I'm
Alright.
always in my room.
That's
and
good.
whatnot.
That's good.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yes. So that kind of worries me that they did mention something about the 5 years. So maybe Destiny is actually only going to be 10 years. I don't remember.
I don't know. I mean, if it keeps being popular as it is, it'll be like their World of Warcraft that will sustain them while they do other stuff, I guess.
That's what I was thinking as well. So that's what I'm kind of hoping. Like maybe that was just kind of like a little joke, because everybody says 10 years, and we finally hit the halfway point for the Destiny life cycle.
Could have been like a wink and a nod,
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else?
Dude, I'm trying to remember. It was last week, man. I'm trying to see if there's any like notes. Do you remember anything? Because if once you say something, like I'll just instantly.
So there was like some other like fun hinting stuff. Like there was actually no, this was actually in the trailer. I was gonna talk about the sparrow that looks like a Jotun. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Okay.
But
Yep.
no, it's mostly stuff about that we kind of already knew about, like Armor 2.0 and leveling up, making sure that's a future plan. There was some stuff that people took from the whiteboard, like fixing the timeline and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And I'm gonna assume that has something to do with maybe the 3 week curse cycle. Or maybe something happens in Shadowkeep with the new season of Undying with the Vex that screw up the timeline. So then in the season after that, we have to fix the timeline or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's some fun stuff in there.
I do like that Bungie is they're really communicating with their player base, which is something that they did kind of struggle with at times at the start of Destiny, and it's kind of nice to see that we're getting a lot of just feedback, and especially not just from like regular developers. I mean, we're getting like Luke Smith has been communicating really well, I think, with
Yeah, he's a good face for
the player base.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was somebody after a launch of Destiny 2, like people were calling for his head. So it's really cool to see him kind of get back out there and like communicating with everyone. So
All right, so I'm just gonna skip past the Vidoc if we have nothing else.
yeah, because I was hoping that you would remember some of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good with getting the notes, and I didn't get the notes for this one because we missed the week. So
yeah, no, it's all good.
all right, so let's go talk about the trailer. I thought the trailer was super hype.
Yeah, I thought the trailer was super fucking good.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot of variety they showed off, like pretty much almost everything that's going to be in like the activities in Shadowkeep, except for maybe the new activity. Maybe they want to keep that in wraps for some more for a surprise. So
the nightmares.
Yeah, nightmares.
About those, yeah.
There was some stuff, but it wasn't much. So speaking of nightmares, they showed off the boss, the giant fire knight. Looks pretty cool.
Oh, the Solar Kronos.
Is that what he is? Wait, Kronos?
Yeah.
Or Crota.
Or Crota. I don't know why I was saying Crotus.
Yeah,
I think
Crota.
God of War.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, he's in
Oh
this
yeah,
game. Yeah. So
that'd
they
be
showed off
awesome.
him.
Be lit.
It looks pretty sweet. They also had a shotgun with some of that uh, spiky stuff coming off of it. I don't know what it's called. I think it's the stuff that grows on the hive. That weird shit.
Okay. The
Uh,
Vex look really cool too. The new Vex that we're having with like the grass on it
mm-hmm.
looks really cool.
Um, I think this. I feel like the nightmare stuff is gonna probably be the like end game version of Shadowkeep, and then the raid is gonna be the end game version of the season of Undying. Because Shadowkeep's all about Hive, and then Undying is about the Vex. So you have like your end game for that, and then you have your end game for the other one.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of weird but smart at the same time. They kind of have a season be kind of not based off of the new DLC content.
And they also showed off some other really cool stuff. Mostly like the stuff that catches my eye is mostly Eververse stuff. So like the flare shooting is pretty sweet. The Jotun Sparrow. Some of the other sparrows look pretty awesome.
Um, I almost got like really excited, but I do know this was confirmed and not true. One of the armors they actually showed off for the like at the armor 2.0 section
Yeah.
was actually Trials armor.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, are we finally gonna get Trials back? Like that would be kind of cool. Maybe not necessarily at launch of Shadowkeep, or maybe into the next season. That would be something we would see, but they then come out and confirm like that wasn't actually supposed to be in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, rip. So
Let's see what else. By the way, I think TWAB's up. It's just like taking forever because it's getting hammered. So we'll talk about a couple other things in the trailer to buy some time.
okay.
I think Omnigul is a strike boss now. Is that Omnigul? It's a wizard. I know that for sure.
I don't know if it's Omnigore or not, but it might be just since our like nightmares are returning type thing.
I know. I know
So-
Omnigul is definitely in it because everyone talks about it. So
So
that's a thing.
which would make sense because the person that actually plays Eris actually did like the screech
Oh yeah.
for Omnigul. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's actually does all the hive sounds, and she does like a few like of the gun sounds as well. Can't think of her name right now. That was something.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Armor 2.0. They showed off some platforming from Garden of Salvation, everyone's favorite part of Destiny, platforming.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind it in Destiny for some reason. Like I usually hate first person platforming, but I don't know, for some reason Destiny it comes naturally to me. So PvP stuff, they showed off the assassin's cowl. Throwing a knife makes you invisible, so you kill someone with
Alright,
that.
TWAB is up.
Yep. Kill someone with the new Azada cannon. There was an umbrella emote, which looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're also introducing 3-player emote.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool too, since a lot of things are, based off of a threes.
Yeah, I
Or
think
something.
it would be super badass to have a 6-player emote, because like at the end of a raid or something, like all your raid buddies could do
Yeah.
an emote together.
Have it be like a raid drop or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. That would be really cool. And then that's pretty much it. So let's go over into the TWAB. This is my first time reading it, so we're gonna just read it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of.
This week at Bungie, we're on final countdown for launch. It's been a long summer of reveals, travels, interviews. This is the final weekly update. New launch trailer is making the rounds. We just talked about it. Today you'll find us ticking all the boxes on the pre-flight checklist. Here's what you'll find during your lengthy final scroll. Combat changes, progression and economy changes, patch note preview, ritual weapons,
nice.
and perk changes. Set it straight. So I guess they're going to set some stuff straight. Wear with Pride and Bungie rewards. Combat changes. PvE damage numbers display. Goal is to provide players with useful and legible feedback for damage dealt to the enemy combatants across many years of power progression. Display damage numbers for damage dealt to non-guardian enemy combatants are crunched. Damage dealt is displayed using fewer digits to enhance readability of damage output. Occurrences of displayed damage getting capped at 999,999 should be significantly reduced or eliminated. Exponential curve used to calculate damage numbers for display is replaced with a new linear curve. It's built to last for many years. So they're doing something about the power creep issue that they've had.
Which is nice to see that. Some of that stuff shouldn't stack, and we've kind of talked about it on how, like, with Luna's, like, with the Warlock, not reloading is just, it's nice, but, like, it's something that definitely should be
also just
out of the
think
game.
about it, like, our power was at 305 in base Destiny 2, and now it's at 750. And it's, I guess it'll keep growing, but they'll have the artifact thing, so it'll reset you every time. So you're not always getting insanely more powerful.
Yeah, which I wonder how, like, be interested to see on how all that's gonna work with the soft cap and like the hard cap with the artifact and like what your power is. So,
as players grow in power, display damage numbers increase at a much more measured pace than previously. As UI update only, player damage output, whether measured as hits to kill, time to kill, or DPS, remains unchanged. So that's just like UI stuff. Yeah. PvE difficulty tuning. Combatants that are 10 to 40 levels higher take less time to kill and deal less damage. Higher level combatants continue to increase in difficulty up to 100 power levels above the player. When enemies are 100 power levels or higher above the player, they are immune to damage. Nameplate icons on higher level combatants have been updated to reflect these changes. So that's cool. These changes affect only higher level combatants. The at level or over level experience remains unchanged. That's just to, like, so you know who you can kill and not kill.
not kill, yeah.
Progression economy changes. Rewards, power, and progression. All non-powerful rewards now drop 3 to 0 points below your highest equipable power level, up from 15 to 20 below. Your two powerful reward sources have changed to legendary rewards. So, yeah, that's all the stuff that you're probably grinding right now for powerfuls. So don't expect powerfuls, but just expect the experience. So that's what I'm doing it for. These sources no longer, the sources no longer have a chance to drop a random exotic instead of legendary gear. Bonus exotics that drop from Nightfall the Ordeal will drop at the character's highest equipable power level. So you can't go above. That sucks. I think. Under and over leveling activities no longer adjust how much power is received from the rewards. Experience no longer fuels a player's character level, which has been changed to be level 50 for all characters. Experience instead progresses the season pass, seasonal artifact mod, and power progressions, as well as the unlocking of destinations for new characters. Experience rewards have been rebalanced with the introduction of the season pass and seasonal artifact progression. So, as well as unlocking destinations for new characters. So anyone that's playing new, I guess they need to level up to unlock them instead of being a certain level.
Probably.
That's what it sounds like to me. Power granted from seasonal artifact is additive with the power of the player's equipable gear. Does not increase the power of gear drops. So it's additive to the power of the player's equipable gear. You have anything to say about that? No?
No, I mean, I think that's something I kind of want to, like, I figured would happen. Like, I didn't think it would help with the power level by any chance. For drops, anyways.
All existing gear has had its
you have
power...
anything?
No, I'm good. All existing power has its power increased to the minimum of 750, which we knew about. New characters will begin Destiny 2 at power of 750 as well. The power bands for Season 8 are as follows. Floor is 750, soft cap is 900. We already knew about this. And all jump sets at this point will be upgrades to the most powerful item in your inventory or vault. Beyond this point, only powerful and pinnacle rewards will increase the player's power. The powerful cap is 950. All non-powerful and pinnacle rewards are capped at 950. Pinnacle rewards are the only way to raise power above this point. Powerful rewards are equivalent to the character's highest equipable power beyond this point. Pinnacle cap is 960. This is the highest power at which gear drops, also known as the hard cap. The seasonal artifact bonus power allows characters to obtain values above this level. Prime engrams now gain charges more quickly, drop more frequently, and have higher maximum charge cap. 9 charges up from 6 from year 2. Power gains have been rebalanced for increased frequency, providing +3 power, down from range of 4 to 7. Players who have completed the prime example quest prior to Shadowkeep's release will earn charges, but those charges won't drop until the character has reached 900 power. This will help players avoid spending charges early for gains that are more beneficial during the soft cap to the powerful cap range. Thoughts? I know it's a lot to take in, like, right away.
That is a lot. Jesus. Honestly, I mean, I kind of like it. Seems like it's gonna definitely be more of a grind
Yeah, it does.
to get the power, which I mean I enjoy. I mean other people may not, but I feel like the artifact will kind of help balance that out for people. So I feel I'll probably have more to say about that, like maybe next Thursday once we actually have our hands on with Shadowkeep and we see how things work.
Right. I'm just happy that the soft cap is 900 because we have to get to 920 to do the day 1 rate.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like insanely hard to try and get to 920. It's gonna be I'm not gonna say easy, but easier than I expected. Because I've never done a day 1 rate before, so I don't know what it's always like. So Bright Dust. Bright Dust is now earned by completing Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard weekly and repeatable bounties.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. We chose to grant all of Bright Dust from ritual weekly bounties rather than spreading it across weekly and daily bounties, so players could easily earn Bright Dust without having to make sure they complete every single daily. Players will be able to do repeatable bounties as many times as they like. Any Crucible, Gambit, or Vanguard completed bounties need to be turned in before maintenance begins on the 30th, as these changes will reset them. Other bounties, Gunsmith, Clan, Eververse, etc. can still be claimed after October 1st. So, Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard need to be completed. They're not gonna give you anything.
The Iron Banner.
Yeah, I think they already said that Iron Banner wasn't gonna give you a powerful reward. So.
Oh, XP, I guess.
Yep. Eververse items no longer dismantle into Bright Dust and instead grant legendary shards of Glimmer. New Eververse items for Season of Undying will become available for Bright Dust 2 weeks into the season. So you can't buy anything with Bright Dust in the first 2 weeks. I don't know.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if it's just kind of something they want to work out with Steam. They kind of get their with silver and stuff. Maybe I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I think they're just trying to force people to buy the cosmetics they want at first, and then 2 weeks later, people that have self-control can use Bright Dust.
Maybe.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Alright. Eververse items no longer require Bright Dust to reacquire them or reroll perks from collections. Instead, they cost the same materials.
That's cool.
That reward items of the same type and rarity use. Fireteam medallions have been removed from the store. Deprecated into fizzled Fireteam medallions. and can now be dismantled into bright dust to recover their purchase. Damn it! I just bought 25 fucking medallions. I was following this checklist. It's like, make sure to have all this shit before Shadowkeep, and it's like 25 medallions. I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy these medallions, I guess. And no, now your XP does not matter. It's like, what? God damn it.
It's funny.
Gleaming Boon of the Vanguard price has been lowered to 150 bright dust. Gleaming Boon of the Crucible has been lowered to 500 bright dust. Eververse Season 7 Best of Year 1 Ingram is going to be retired. Players can get now Season 8 Nostalgic Ingram. Seasonal Milestone no longer grants a bounty. Instead, it directly grants a Bright Ingram. Season 8 Nostalgic Ingram is no longer earned at level up. Oh, so once you level up, you don't get Ingrams anymore, which that sucks. But
that does suck.
It's in the seasonal stuff, like the season pass, but it still hurts. Said the Bright Ingram is now included in the free seasonal pass. I already said that. It's also awarded every 5 levels after level 100. So, Eververse Storefront is now available via Director, Eververse Bounties, Standard, and IGR versions. I don't know what IGR stands for. I don't know. Have been deprecated. Any remaining bounty notes can be broken down into bright dust. You can still complete and turn in any outstanding Eververse bounties until they expire. Glimmer players.
Right here, the topic everybody wants to know about.
Glimmer players can now store up to 250,000 Glimmer. Glimmer rewards from the majority of sources in the game have been rebalanced. Most open world sources, public events, lost sector chests have been significantly increased. Nice. Passive Glimmer gain on kill has been reduced. In addition to directly awarding Glimmer on kill, combatants will sometimes drop additional Glimmer chunks. Nice. Weekly bounties award a large amount of Glimmer in addition to their other rewards. Nice.
So like I still like why? Like what's the point of like the Glimmer cap? Like what?
You just want an unlimited Glimmer?
Either that or like other than buying raid banners, like what else do you use Glimmer for?
Infusion, I think. Masterworking. Stuff like that has been. Also those runes for the chest.
But the masterworking, I think, at least for the armor, for 2.0 was like super cheap. I think like when they were doing that video, it was like 500 Glimmer.
Planetary stuff from Spider.
So, yeah. I'm interested to see on if like there's gonna be more things for us to buy with Glimmer after Shadowkeep to give us the increase.
I'm always running out of Glimmer. I don't know. I know you guys have the opposite problem where you're like, I just have I'm shitting Glimmer. I have so much Glimmer.
Yeah, like I'm always like I'll go and like buy raid banners or like I'm still trying to like fully level up my chalice. So like I'll go and buy like all those chests and like I'll be broke and then next second I know I'm rich. I'm like, oh mom.
I don't understand how that happens. So speaking of Spider, Spider welcomes new opportunities with 4 arms open. Oh my god. And now deals in materials from all planets. However, the Spider has noted changes in the market value and has adjusted its exchange. Glimmer exchange now costs 10 legendary shards or 20 materials. That's cool that you can use either or.
Yep.
And yields 10,000. Wait, I wonder if this is going to be more permanent and not just rotating on the weekly basis. Because it sounds like he is going to do materials from all planets. I don't know if I don't know. Tingle's short healing bounties no longer award Glimmer, providing instead ethereal spirals. Yay! In keeping with his competition. So you have to get the spirals in order to get Glimmer, I guess. That's going to be one of the things. Weekly wanted bounties no longer award gear, but now provide 3,000 to 15,000 Glimmer in addition to enhancement cores currently offered. Oh, that's nice. Enhancement cores.
Yeah.
Zer's inventory pool and Fade Ingram now include world drop exotics from year 2.
That's cool.
I thought it already included year 2. Well, I guess not all of year 2. It just
no, it was Forsaken. Just year 1s.
And Forsaken. Patch note preview. added rally banners to Leviathan, Eater of Worlds, and Spire of Stars.
About time.
Yay! I remember that was like the first thing. Yeah, when we did those raids, it's like, where's the raid
Yeah.
banner?
Yeah.
Uh,
Especially like Year of the Worlds. And when we were in that, was it Tuesday when we were on that? It was Tuesday.
I think it was like last week. I don't remember.
I don't know. Remember, never had heavy. I was just like, dude, come on.
So Shattered
Heavy.
Throne Dungeon is now going to be available at all times. Yay! And
That's
it can be
cool.
launched from the it can be launched and reset from the director. Yay!
It's another nice change.
Black Armory Forges are now accessible through the director launch playlist on
Oh my god,
EDZ.
thank you.
Yay!
That's huge.
Weapon mods are now treated as reusable unlocks instead of consumables. Any mods you have in your inventory will be converted to unlocks. I've been taking care of that. If the only copy of a mod you have is already in the gun, you will need to reacquire it to unlock. Discarding an enhancement core no longer deletes an entire stack. I didn't know you could discard enhancement cores. I never tried.
I'm not either. Same. I don't know why you would try to delete
Maybe
one.
someone screws up and does it. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
But anyways,
so.
it doesn't delete the entire stack, so you can't delete like 200 something cores. Borealis
This
and
is kind of cool.
Borealis and Harlight now match the Prism modifier when changing elements on reload, rotating through Void, Arc, and Solar. I never realized that they didn't match up to the Prism modifier. I never realized that.
I mean, have you ever used them? Like,
yeah, I use Hardlight whenever we have to use elemental weapons. Fixed an issue where Hunter's Tempest Strike melee ability couldn't be performed if the sprint button key was set to hold. Phoenix Protocol Health or Hearth perk will no longer award bonus super energy on kills and assists to warlocks inside of Well of Radiance. Do not also have the Well of Radiance attunement of various subclass equipped. So you can't just swap back between subclasses. Fixed an issue where allied golden gun projectiles weren't going through banner shields. I never used banner shields, so I never
same.
experienced that. Fixed an issue where the Queen's Wrath perk for Exotic Wish Underbow wasn't correctly highlighting players if their shield was depleted. Players who've obtained a salute emote in the past can now correctly select it in their collection and assign it to the emote wheel. I never realized that. There's a lot of stuff that I never used that I never realized.
Yeah.
Multiplayer buddy emotes will now have a visible indication of where the player needs to stand in order to interact with the emote. Yay!
That's nice.
Failing the first encounter for any Black Armory Forge will no longer award planetary destination materials. So all you AFKers out there, your time's up.
Yes, that's another nice change. I really like that change right there. That's something that PC with Black Armory and Gambit, they need to fix Gambit still, unless that's going to be coming. Yeah.
Ritual weapons and perk changes. Season Undying Pinnacle weapons will become ritual weapons. They will no longer have special perks and will instead be curated roles. A previous article incorrectly showed 2 new Pinnacle weapons. The good news is you will be getting 3 ritual weapons for each of the ritual activities: Crucible, Vanguard, and Gambit. Destiny dev team on why we made this difficult decision. Decision to stop creating extremely powerful Pinnacle weapons was made for a variety of reasons. First was that the band in which Pinnacle perk can exist is actually quite small. Most of them exceed the efficacy they should have been at. Another issue is that they cause problems in player ecosystem, particularly the case of Crucible Pinnacle weapons, due to the nature of PvP and PvE. You get the gist about that.
Yeah.
PvP weapons were OP in PvE, and so that's why they're doing this. The problems became more pronounced the more of them we produced. Reduce the effectiveness of the following perks in PvE. Rampage, Kill Clip, Squash, Buckler, Multi-Kill Clip, Desperado, Surrounded, Master of Arms, Onslaught. So all the good ones. In general, these perks use the same damage multipliers for PvE that they didn't use in PvP. The change to Rampage does not affect the Huckleberry, though. Onslaught and Desperado now change bullet impact values while active in PvE. Surrounded no longer multiplies precision damage on top of base damage, as it was benefiting some weapon types more than others. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip right to the pinnacle, or not the pinnacle, the ritual weapons. Now that they're calling it, we have from the Vanguard machine gun called Edgewise.
Which looks kind of nice. Kind of reminds me of like
Avalanche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never use it. I still have one. Crucible. We have Randy's throwing knife, which looks like a scout rifle.
Yeah.
And Gambit is exit strategy, which just looks like a submachine gun. The submachine gun looks really nice.
Yeah, it does. I don't know, I like that scout rifle though too.
I know you're a fan of scouts.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can actually use scout rifles now with Shadowkeep, since they're like completely trash right now. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Set it straight. During the run up to launch, we've been dropping videos, articles. They were issuing some corrections to previous transmissions. One, there was a shot of the Trials of the 9 armor. We already talked about
We
that.
talked about that.
We had to revise our gameplay calendar for Season of Undying. The menu of action is the same, but we are adjusting the timing of the Nightmare Hunts. The schedule is... What's the Nightmare Hunts? Nightmare Hunts is October 15th. And that's when Iron Banner starts too. Or no, October 8th. Legend Nightmare Hunts begin October 15th.
That's why I was just like, wait up, what?
Sorry. I'm
No, you're good.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Back when we were first talking about finishers, some of the mods that go with them, we talked about how one of the mods enabled you to spawn heavy ammo for your fire team. That was still in flux at the time, and the balance reasons we ended up making a mod that will spawn heavy ammo for yourself, and a mod that will spawn special ammo for your fire team.
I like that actually. I mean, like, it sucks, but like I understand.
Yeah.
Like that point, like
It could be
that
overpowered.
That would be definitely an overpowering mod. I mean, obviously, if they would have kept it heavy ammo, like fuck yeah, like more heavy ammo. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good balance.
So we're with Pride, Bungie, our missions build worlds to inspire friendships. Earlier this year, we took to the streets as part of the sale Pride Parade. We also offered up a Pride pin via the Bungie store. Rumored to have an emblem that would come with it. The rumors are true. And we've chosen International Coming Out Day as the advent to deploy the in-game expression of acceptance. So you get a Pride pin, or a Pride emblem with your Pride pin. That's nice.
Kind of cool.
Bungie rewards. Finally, what I was kind of like hoping to see. I was like, "Where's the raid jacket?" We get to see the raid jacket, and what do you think?
Like it.
Yeah, I think it looks awesome.
I like it.
It's basically a Vex portal or a Vex gate.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like opening up the VOG.
Yeah, man, this looks awesome. So last week we showed off a preview of the world's first belt, and some of the emblems you will earn in the upcoming Pinnacle PvE activity. Weren't quite ready to show that off. The awesome jacket for the Bungie rewards we will be offering, but the design is ready and showed it off. Any player who beats Guardian Salvation raid and claims their code before the weekly reset on October 15th will be eligible to purchase the raid jacket through Bungie rewards. We're giving
Correct. The raid comes out the 5th, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, we have plenty of time. I think we could beat that.
Yeah, for the weekly reset on the 15th. Okay. Usually the raid jacket is only for like first day. I think.
No, it's not. It was normally a week.
Okay.
They always did the jacket the week. Then there was, I believe, an emblem if you beat it on the first day.
Yeah, there's an emblem for the first day, which I don't think we talked about. I don't remember if we did or not, but I think that emblem for first day looks like shit, and the normal one looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's weird. Yeah, man. When we beat the raid, I'm gonna get this jacket. I don't know if it'll fit.
I don't know how much. I don't know how much they normally go for.
I bet they're expensive. Like jackets that you buy online
Yeah.
are like $50. So, Especially for me, shipping up to Canada, you know, it's gonna be expensive. But I want a raid jacket. Damn it.
That's what I'm thinking. Right there with you. I'll probably never wear it, but
I would wear it all the time if it fit. If I can get one that fits, I can get a T-shirt that fits from Bungie. I'm sure I can get a jacket.
sure you will.
So any player who completes Guardian Salvation during the season of Undying will be eligible to purchase a special Ray T-shirt through Bungie Rewards. They haven't shown it off yet. So upcoming 24-hour maintenance the day before. So make sure you're.
Okay, this is a big one right here.
Upcoming Monday, September 30th, Destiny 1, Destiny 2 will be taken offline for extended maintenance. Maintenance will last approximately 24 hours, starting from 10 a.m. Pacific, ending with the launch of Destiny 2 Shadowkeep on October 1st. During this downtime, players will be unable to log in to Bungie.net or access Destiny API features. Preloading is here, so if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do it.
I need to do that right now. Actually,
I did that last night. I just let it download and then ran my computer overnight because I don't know when I would be able to download it. Right now, all PC players can preload Destiny 2 on Steam, which includes preloading for New Light and Shadowkeep. Existing console players will be able to preload update 2.6 during the maintenance leading up to launch. The moment we confirm that downloads are available, we'll sign off the thing. Follow-up delay in Forsaken license transfers. Last week we discussed the likely delay of Forsaken license transfers from migrated PC players on Steam. The announcement of our upcoming 24-hour maintenance, we hope to migrate any possible delay in Forsaken license transfers following the launch of Shadowkeep October 1st. Any such delays occur, we'll be sure to sound off from the support links provided. PC migration and new characters on Steam. Following the launch of Shadowkeep Destiny 2 update 2.6 on October 1st, players who link their Steam account to their Bungie.net profile will be able to manually trigger PC migration. Players should be aware, however, that any new characters created on Steam before performing PC migration will be overwritten when players migrate from beta.net. This will result in potential loss of new characters and gear, as well as silver Eververse items, season passes. Yeah, so make sure you migrate before you do anything with Destiny. To make things as simple as possible. Alright, so they have a whole thing. I guess I need to enable cross save.
Yeah, I still need to do cross save.
I don't think I need to enable cross save in order for my PC progress to come, right? Do I? Is that a thing I need to do? I don't know. Maybe I should ask someone about that.
I think you should be alright.
I think the PC migration is the thing.
Yeah, I think you should be alright. I think that's more with if you probably brought over somebody. Well, I guess you'd already have cross save. I don't know. I still need to set up cross save just to have it, like.
Because my plan is to play Destiny like with all my characters on PC and then like start up a new thing on console, just so I can like see what it looks like as a new player. So I don't want to cross save.
I mean, you could always just like.
always do that later.
Well, you could do that later, or you could always just make like a separate account, like make a new account, like on what? Do you have an Xbox or a PlayStation? You have all of them.
I have all of them.
Yeah, whatever you're gonna play on, just make a new account and then just play Destiny on that, and still have cross save on your primary accounts on your Xbox and PlayStation. If you want to experience it. You.
This is your Premonition Legendary Pulse Rifle. Following the launch of Shadowkeep next week, players will be able to view new items added to Destiny 2 using the in-game collections. Before then, we'd like to make players known of a known issue. Following the launch of Shadowkeep, the collection listing for Premonition Legendary Pulse Rifle will state that it is found by exploring the moon. This weapon's specific source is actually the new dungeon, which will become available sometime after the Shadowkeep's launch. Players who encounter other issues Following new light Shadowkeep Steam should report them to the help forum. What?
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of information right there.
Yeah, I skipped a bunch of it because it's just like, make sure
Yeah, there's
your
just a lot of random.
Battle.net code redemption. It's like, who has a Battle.net code these days for Destiny? I don't know.
We all do. Okay, you just don't know it.
I think mine expired. Like, I got one from the Humble Bundle a while back, and mine, I think it just expired. Anyways, so then you have the movies of the week. But that's about it. Yeah, that's a big TWAB, man.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of information there.
That jacket looks sick. That sub.
The jacket looks sick. I do like. Let me go back all the way up here.
I like that Gambit submachine gun. I'm gonna try and get that first.
Oh, you're gonna get this. I don't know. I might try for, depending on what the Crucible quest line is for that. I do kind of like that they are kind of nerfing those weapons, that they're not going to be as powerful.
Yeah.
I like that if you don't complete the first encounter for Black Armory Forges, you don't get anything. So hopefully that's a step in the right direction for Gambit on PC with a lot of the AFKing. Yeah. I've even seen with console, it's becoming a little bit more known on console now.
All the stuff of like just quality of life, like launching from the director for all these activities, having Shadow Throne be around all the time.
Another, I was kind of hoping maybe since they kind of talked about some of that stuff, maybe we would have seen this in the TWAB. Maybe hopefully we see it in the actual like patch notes for Shadowkeep. But the issue on PC with not being able to launch correctly. So hopefully that's actually fixed and in the patch notes. I was hoping maybe we would have seen it in this TWAB since they kind of talked about launching stuff from the directory, but
I think they talked about applying shaders and that had a same bug with the launching. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know they're doing stuff with, confirming actions.
Yeah, because, I mean, originally, Bungie, I don't know if really Bungie actually ever touched the PC version. I'm pretty sure Activision had...
That was,
was it? It started with the V.
Visions?
Yeah, but yeah, Vicarious Visions. They did all PC updates and content, so...
They did a good job with it, too.
I want to say, didn't they do Warmind?
I don't know.
I don't know. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to see on how Bungie handles dealing with all the PC updates now, too.
Let's see, what is Vicarious Visions done? We've done Destiny 2, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Skylanders. Don't mind me, you can keep talking, I'm gonna see.
So let's kind of go into, this probably, I'll be a little bit more vocal with this. What are your expectations for Shadowkeep?
There's gonna be a bunch of Hive. There's gonna be some Savathun trickery happening. There's gonna be a ton.
What are you hoping you get?
There's gonna be a ton of like overhauling of armor and weapons like in this season, and I'm just like I think this has already been confirmed, but the meta change up, like it's been pretty stale for the past couple seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's almost a lot of games, other than Fortnite.
I feel like that's kind of just how these games are. It's like, once people figure out the meta, it's like that for like 2 seasons, and then they change it up.
Yeah, it's really hard to, I think, change up the meta so quick in a game like Destiny, like, just without how... They probably don't have the workworkforce.
I'm way into the lore of Destiny, so like all of my like expectation stuff is going to be like story and like lore related. So like I want to learn about what Savathun's up to. Like I want to learn about like the darkness and like what have they been doing on the moon this whole time. What's the deal with those floating people? Like I guess they're all nightmares and stuff, but I want to know exactly what a nightmare is and how they come about. The stuff that they leaked with Eris Morn is pretty sweet, with like where you're first experiencing someone experience the nightmares. and like her old fire team, they had like an evil ghost talking, and it kind of sounds like your ghost, but I think it's gonna be a ghost of like her fire team's when she went to the moon, and they all got fucked up.
Yeah, when they went and yeah.
Yeah. So
Down in the dark below.
yeah, so that's like my expectations is like a lot of like Hive lore that I could sink my teeth into, because I think the Hive is like probably the most interesting out of all of them. Because they've been
Yeah, I
around
like the
since
Hive.
like they've been around the longest, I think.
I probably like the Hive, and it's probably the Cabal for me.
Yeah. So what about you?
Man, I'm excited. I'm for the quality of life changes. I honestly, I think in terms of like, if I had to choose, like, what I'm excited for, either the new content, quality of life. I'm probably more excited for quality of life, just because I feel like we can kind of start to kind of see the direction that Bungie may want to take Destiny in the next 5 years. With like, who knows, maybe Armor 2.0 is now the new standard for armor here on out, on how they're doing drops. The artifact is another one. Like, I really like
Oh
that
yeah.
because it's kind of helping with, not everybody can play Destiny every single day, unfortunately. So I felt like the artifact was a good way to kind of help people not feel behind, but to still have a hard cap for your hardcore fans who still want to kind of reach that hard cap. Um, Trying to figure out. I like the season pass. Like
Yeah, that's one thing I'm
thing.
actually a bit bummed out about is like the bright
Uh,
engrams. It's just like I was able
yeah, I am a little
like
bummed out about
like
that.
each season I was able to like get all the cosmetics and stuff, like if I played long enough. But now they're making it so that they're encouraging you to buy, and I get it. It's going free to play. They need to have an income source for a long tail. Like just buying the seasons isn't enough.
I mean, it's going free to play, but you still have to buy
Yeah,
Shadowkeep
and the future seasons.
to be able to play that new content.
Yeah,
So like, at least they're going to give away their like Destiny 2, vanilla Destiny 2, because like, obviously if you want to get new player base in, like, they're not going to want to drop like $130 on a game. So like, I felt that was definitely smart on Bungie's part to go free to play, so somebody can hop in and spend $40 instead of dropping 120 bucks.
yeah. I assume they're gonna like going forward. They're gonna keep dropping free to play stuff while the pay people are like up to the current. It's like maybe next year they'll give away Forsaken or something.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna assume. And who knows, maybe we see Destiny 3 next year and they eliminate Destiny 2.
Because they've already like said
Or
anyone who owns Forsaken now has all of the seasonal pass stuff. So
yeah, that happened what, 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. Time's a construct. I don't understand. I'm a Vex now.
You're a Vex now. I mean, the new content, like, I don't really expect. I mean, they've kind of already said this is probably the size of like Rise of Iron, which was like I think a little half of what TTK was / Forsaken. So I feel like we'll be able to kind of run through like the stories and the strikes fairly quick. Obviously, some of the changes to get power, I feel like that's gonna be our biggest grind now, is just grinding out power. And they talked about on how they're adjusting. It was Luke Smith. It might have been the third director's cut when he talked about how not everything's gonna grant power engrams moving forward. You know, like, now that we had there's just so many different things that dropped you powerful engrams with all the bounties, with Gambit, Crucible, strikes, and now I'm receiving a phone call. the Menagerie,
Yeah.
you know, dropped a lot. Reckoning was another way. So it feels like definitely our biggest grind will be getting power.
Yep. That's for sure.
I think the new raid should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Vex Team 1 seemed pretty fun.
So
I actually like Eero Worlds quite a bit, and as a Vex Team.
yeah, I actually enjoyed that when we ran that on
And
Tuesday.
I know a lot of people. Well, I hear Demon say all the time he loved Vault of Glass, and I know it's like.
Yeah, VOG is probably my favorite.
Yeah. So.
So
I'm looking forward to another Vex themed raid.
yes, I am too. I like how I'm interested to see on how they do like the throughout the season, the world of Destiny is supposed to change.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see on how frequent that is. They do it like quarter, halfway. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm interested to see on how they're gonna pull off the world of Destiny changing. I think that's something I've actually kind of wanted in a long time, ever since you kind of saw Epic do that with Fortnite. I was like, oh, Destiny already has seasons. Like, that would be kind of cool to see on how the world evolves going into the next season, the lead up to whatever the next season's going to be. Hopefully, a lot of the balancing with weapons. I'm hoping I can get back into using scout rifles and not literally just using pulse rifles. And pulse rifles the only thing that you can use that's effective.
Yeah, I thought Red Juice is going to be a new go-to weapon in the new season, but since they're playing with all the perks, might not be. So
yeah,
I'm going to end it here because I need a raid in like 10 minutes or 8 minutes.
Okay.
And you need to hit the gym, so.
All right.
I don't know if that's gonna happen tonight or not. You can tell us. Where can you?
Oh no, I'm for sure going to the gym. It's only 8 o'clock, so.
Where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Mixer, and Twitch at Sully__games, and Facebook.
And you can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter, CSG Thomas on Twitter. You can check us out here at charshot.com for audio, video, and written content. You can email me, thomas@charshot.com, if you have any questions or you want to make me take a look at your game or something. We also have a Discord. We have a link to it on our website, Charshot. I say our website. You're in the family now of Charshot.
Oh, I'm in the family. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so we have the link to our Discord. If you want to be in the clan, I think we have 20 spots, 10 spots remaining for PC.
Yes, I think we got about like 20 spots. But if you just want to join the Discord, I mean, go ahead and do that. I mean,
yep.
We don't necessarily say that you have to be in our clan.
Yep.
So if you're just looking for a place to find people to play Destiny with or talk Destiny, go ahead and join.
Yep.
Spark of the Vanguard Discord.
And until then, guys, eyes down, Guardian.
I like that.